Hello, beautiful souls, and welcome to the Esoteric Cat Tarot. My name is Eve. I've been reading cards for over 40 years, so I probably read them a little differently than what you're used to. Um, this is the first video on my channel, so please let me know in the comments what you think, and welcome. Let's get to the reading. It is solstice tonight, so I have the window open with sunset light streaming in, and I have my oil burner on. I have my lemon zinger tea. Want to know more about the story of lemon zinger tea? Watch my behind the scenes video for tonight. But anyway, and I like to say a lot, which you're not supposed to. Anyway, welcome here. Welcome. I'm going to give the cards a shuffle, see what happens. These are the Cosmic Tarot cards. They're a deck I've had for a long time. And right now I'm kicking the cards. That's what we call it, kicking the cards. I'm filling it with energy. And you're cooking the cards. And once they feel cooked to you, then you are ready to do the reading. You can feel the energy when they're ready to be read. And you have a message to tell. This one has something to say right now. Eight of Swords. You have to get out of your head. You really are in your head and you feel like you're alone, and you really have to get out of your head. You're not alone. You just feel like you're alone in this like darkness, you see, but you're not alone. There's a person behind you. Okay? They might not be able to see everything that's going on in your head, but they're there. They're there with you in this. You're not alone. Looks like the reading has started, huh? Wow. There, someone out here watching this is really feeling alone today. Yeah, there's like this darkness that you feel like you've lost everything, and you just feel so alone and lost. But you haven't lost everything. Do you see? I mean, there's things, cups down here that are overturned, but there are still cups that are there right beside you the way they're supposed to be. You have not lost everything, but you feel like you have. Sometimes you feel really overwhelmed because you feel like things are just coming at you. Too much things are coming at you and you cannot get a hold of them. There you are. Temperance. Pouring from the cup into the water. Do you see that? Temperance, with the sun is shining partially behind the cloud. You're not looking at the water because this is the reality of what is happening. There are things right in front of you, and you're not wanting to see the things that are right in front of you because you are so consumed right now with this. These thoughts of the past, these thoughts of what you've lost, this overthinking, not being able to get a hold of it. You're just not seeing the things that are in front of you, and there are things in front of you. and you feel like you're bound. See that? This is your mind. This is all in your mind. Okay, this is mental. This is maybe you're having some mental health issues. Remember before, the card before that said that you felt like you were really alone, but you weren't. You're kind of making yourself alone, if that makes sense. You're like, you're kind of, you're feeling alone, but you're kind of overthinking it and keeping yourself in this aloneness. You're like, it's kind of like when you have anxiety. I have anxiety, so I'm going to compare to that. When I have anxiety, I will get these thoughts in my head and I will spiral out of control. And then the next thing I know, I'm having a panic attack. Sometimes you have to realize that your mind is telling you a lie. Okay? Like what your mind is saying, the thoughts in your mind are not necessarily true. If your mind is telling you you have nobody, you're all alone, your mind is keeping you isolated, but you are not. You have to wake up and tell your mind that is a lie. That's a thought, but it's a lie. It's not true. People love me. People care about me. You're self-isolating because of your mind. You're yeah. If you release yourself from your mind and start thinking about what's really happening, okay, really happening, then you're going to get the things you want. But right now, you're not. You're not getting the things. You're not getting the happiness, the house, the job, because of your mental mindset. You have to clear this mindset, okay? That mindset has to go before you are going to be able to get everything that you want. Here's the beautiful Queen of Cups. This is you. This is what happens when you clear your mindset, okay? When you clear your mindset, then you open yourself up to the love and the joy that is the Queen of Cups, okay? If you want to embrace the love and joy of life, you have to open yourself up. You have to get out of your head. You have to be like, no, these are lies that my brain is telling me. Life does not suck. Life is beautiful. Everyone does not hate me. People love me. I am not terrible and ugly and stupid and all of these things that someone has told you in your life, because you're not. You are beautiful. And you have to realize you are beautiful. Okay? You're beautiful. When you realize that, then you will embrace this, the Queen of Cups and happiness. You will no longer have to struggle. Okay? See the struggle? If I turn it this way, do you see how it's struggling? They're struggling to make it work. They're like falling off ladders and just all kinds of stuff. But it came out this way. Because once you embrace who you really are and you embrace the joy and become Queen of Cups, no more struggle. Okay? Once you break these bonds here, these self-imposed mental bonds, no more struggle. You get everything you want. So you have to do that. You have to break those bonds. You're just holding yourself back. Stop holding yourself back. I'm serious. It's just a lot of holding yourself back. Here, look at this. You're just like, here's this the wand, I mean the cups over here and the lotus flowers. And back here's a beautiful horse and this beautiful countryside, but you're not seeing it because you're where? Stuck in your mind. You're stuck in your mind. You have to let that go. Let it go. Oh, here we go, y'all. It might be time for you to have, well, my grandma would say, come to Jesus meeting with yourself, but it might be time for you to have one of those dark nights of the soul. It might be time for you to do some serious shadow work. I had to. All of us that have dealt with trauma in our life, the only way that you can get past the trauma and love yourself and embrace yourself and find the joy and happiness in this life is to do that shadow work. It's not easy. It's hard. It's hard. It's emotionally hard. It's physically hard. It's crying. It's feeling like you're just going to lose your mind. It's all of this, but it's destroying the past. Destroying the past, realizing what the trauma was, and realizing that that's not you. That's the trauma. The trauma did this. Okay? The trauma did this, not you. You have to look at that trauma head first. Just head on and be like, and deal with it. Do that shadow work. I'm telling you, it's hard. I just did a whole lot of shadow work myself in the last year. And it has brought me to this place where I realized I need to share my knowledge with the world before it's too late. Who knows what your tower moment will bring you? Who knows what the shadow work will bring you to? But you have to realize that all of this trauma, all of this is not who you are. Okay, this is not who you are. The trauma is not who you are. You're this. You're joy and love. You know what? You're a child of the Spirit and you are loved. You are here for a reason. You have to realize that. And sometimes to realize that the key of happiness is to just be happy. And I know that sounds silly, but to really realize that in your soul, to really realize that you are loved just because you are here. You are a soul on this earth. So you are loved. You are worthy of love. Sometimes you have to go through a really dark place to realize that in your soul. And it looks like it's time for you to do some of that work, y'all. Oh, yeah. Definitely look. Yeah. It's time, y'all. It's time. It's time to take some time to yourself and quit worrying about all this stuff. Quit worrying about all this, like social media and family. I'm not saying don't worry about family. You got to feed your kids and stuff, right? But don't worry about like all of the just noise. You know what I'm saying? Don't worry about all of the noise that's trying to keep you distracted from your true soul work. We are all souls living in bodies, okay? We are here for a reason. We all have a soul path. We all have a soul purpose. And sometimes we need to go within, have that, dark night of the soul, deal with all this past trauma so that we can be what our soul wants us to be. We are here to learn a lesson. That's what this lifetime is about. And I know people don't want to believe this, but all this crap that's happened to us, we picked it. Okay. We picked it before we ever incarnated into this lifetime. So we need to learn from it, because if not, we're going to come back and repeat it. So go within. Go within, spend some time with yourself. And I know that can be scary. It can be really scary to spend some time with yourself. Yeah. I always tell people it's really scary in my head. And it can be really scary, especially if you've been through a whole lot of traumas in your life. But you have to go in there and you have to confront them. You have to confront those demons and make friends with them. Figure out what the lesson was you were supposed to learn. And realize that they are not who you are. Those traumas, those demons, those nightmares, they're not your soul. Okay, they're not you. They're things that happen to you. And you have to go within and confront them in order to be able to have what you want. In order to be able to find the joy and love in your life. I'm serious, y'all. It's time to go within, okay? It's time to hermit yourself. It's time to take a really good look at things and say, is this serving me? Is this serving me and my soul? And if not, then don't do it. So many of us do so much just busy work and side hustles and all of this stuff. Just trying, I don't know. I don't even know why we do it. I know a lot of us are like trying to pay the bills. Like, I'm trying to pay the bills, and all of that kind of stuff. But it's just like we are so busy in our life doing stuff that we're not living our life. We're not finding our soul purpose, and we're not living our soul purpose. So we're not living in the joy and happiness that is us. Okay? Because we're too busy with everything out there to be in here and to find our light. Okay? You have to go through that dark soul of the night, that darkness, deal with all the past trauma, and find your inner light. And then when you come out, you will understand the collective unconscious. You will understand your subconscious. You will understand your true power of your soul. And you will find the love that you so desperately need. And this is not necessarily a person, because a lot of us just need to love ourselves. We need to learn how to master our emotions and our physical, mental, all of it, and love ourselves so we can truly find what? The joy and the happiness that we deserve, and that is part of our soul path and our soul contract. Yeah, this has been interesting, y'all. This has been pretty deep. Yeah. There seems to be a lot of people. This is the first reading on this channel. So the collective that is coming here and will find this is being drawn here seems to be a collective. I hate the term collective. It seems to be a community that's going to need to do some shadow work. And maybe that's my job. Maybe my job is to help y'all go through the dark night of the soul that I went through, and to learn your soul purpose and your soul path, and to find the light and the happiness and the love, and to find yourself. So this has been a really amazing reading, y'all. I love this. Now, I have just gotten these oracle cards. I think I want to pull one, okay? And they are called, what are they called? Enchanted Forest, I think. Um, haven't worked with them a lot, so I don't know them, and I'm not sure what message will come out, but we are going to find out. Just gonna give them a little shuffle, and we're gonna see what this oracle card wants to say to us after today's reading. Right? Let's see what kind of extra guidance is out there needing to give us a little advice. Okay? Ooh, moonlight enchantment. Magic. Look at that. That is beautiful. That is beautiful. And you know what? This kind of looks like West Virginia, which is where I live. It looks like the Appalachian Mountains. It's a beautiful moon, moonlight enchantment, magic. There's different trees. There's a big pine tree. Oh, look, is that a wolf? I think that's a wolf. It's a wolf. And the moon, the full moon. That is beautiful. So let's see. That's card number 25. So what I am getting from this is take a walk in the moonlight. Okay? Take a walk in the moonlight and embrace your inner wildness. You know how there's popular saying now it's like touch grass because it means you're like out of touch with reality. So you need to, but we need to really touch grass, okay? Our souls need to literally touch grass and trees and flowers, and because we have untamed souls, okay? We've tried to tame them, but they shouldn't be tamed. Remember when you were little and you would be amazed, which I still am, by a butterfly that flies by or a beautiful flower or something like that? I'm still like that. Every butterfly I have to stop and look at because I'll never see that butterfly again. Because I think they only live like 24 hours or something. Yeah. And I've taught that to my kids, and my kids stop. My kids are adults now, but they always stop and look at a butterfly. But it's just a magical moment, right? That reminds us that our soul is connected. It's just like when you look up at the stars. Imagine how many people in the world are looking at those stars. Moon, the full moon. How many people in the world are looking at that full moon exactly when you are? Right? That is a connection. That's an energy connection with the whole world. That's a soul connection. Everyone who is taking a moment to look at that full moon is taking that moment to connect with the universe and all of the souls that are part of it. So yeah, I think this is what this card is saying. This is our oracle card. This is like our advice to take with us. Moonlight enchantment, magic. Go out in the full moon and feel the magic. Go outside, even if you're in your yard. Go outside in your yard, take your shoes off, stand in the grass barefoot, and look up at that full moon. Or it doesn't even have to be full. You know what? Here's my thing. Every night, go outside and look at the moon. I go out and look at the moon every night. I've done it my entire life. When I was little, my grandpa would take me outside to look at the moon. And every night we would look at the moon. And I pass that on to my kids. My kids go out and look at the moon every night. Even though they're adults, they do that. But go outside and look at the moon. Just connect back with nature. Even if you're in a city. Even if you're in a city. Sometimes in big cities you can't see the moon. But look up there anyway. Maybe you will. I've been in New York City before and saw the moon. It was beautiful. I was amazed because normally in New York it's really hard to see the moon in Manhattan. But it was beautiful. It was astonishing. It was a moment I will never forget because I was with the taxi driver. I was in a cab and there was a couple other people in the cab with me. He had picked us up from the airport and we were going to the place that we were going to stay. And when he came around, we were in Manhattan in Times Square. And as he came around this one building, it was like, bam, the moon was there and it was huge. And the moon was so big and amazing that he just stopped the cab right there in the middle of the street. And we all, for just like a moment, were just like, oh my gosh, look at that moon. And this is back before smartphones and all that stuff. This is back when you had dumb phones and digital cameras if you want to take a picture. So I don't have a picture of that, but it was a moment that I will never forget. So go look at the moon, okay? Go look up at the sky. Go look up at the sky and just know that you are part of something bigger, okay? You are a part of something bigger. And when you're doing that work, that shadow work, that hermit work, that tower work that it appears we're going to be doing here on this channel for a while, getting rid of the trauma and stuff, connecting with nature is one of the best things you can do. It really is, because it reminds you that you're part of something bigger. It reminds you that there are amazing things out there. Don't ever, ever, ever stop being amazed. Okay? Don't ever be amazed by just the tiny things. Like I said, a butterfly. Think about how beautiful a butterfly is. Why are you seeing it? Because you're meant to see something beautiful. You're part of something beautiful, right? A butterfly that beautiful would not have been created if it wasn't meant to be seen and bring joy. Think about that. Just the little things. Rain. Go dance in the rain. I do it all the time. Nothing feels more cleansing of your soul than dancing in the rain. Reconnect with nature, okay? Find that magic. Find that enchantment. I don't know. This is my first time, so I don't know if I'm holding the card right for you to see the whole card. But go look at the moon. Go connect to nature, okay? I think that's it for this reading. Thank you if you have been here for the whole reading. This is my first one. And if you want to see the behind the scenes, I'll have it posted too, so you can see how nervous I was. I will be doing readings every new moon and every full moon, and major like witch holidays, like summer solstice, winter solstice, things like that. I will do readings. I may do readings more often, but those are the ones that I will absolutely be doing. I know some people do readings like every day on their YouTube or once a week, but right now I'm just starting this, so I'm kind of getting my rhythm. I may be able to do readings once a week later in the future, but for now I will be posting every new moon, every full moon, and winter solstice, summer solstice, spring equinox, um, autumn equinox, Halloween, things like that. Okay. You can also subscribe and like. I'm supposed to say that on YouTube, right? Hit the subscribe button, notifications, so it'll notify you when then our next post. Next week is new moon, so I will be posting fairly quickly back to back on this. The readings are not edited. However it comes out, that's what is posted. I will also be posting shorts. I will be posting card card pulls at least once a week, and oracle pulls, there will be shorts. They won't be very long. That's what a short is. And they will be on YouTube, on my TikTok. My TikTok is Untamed Eve, on Instagram and on Facebook. Um, I have the links in the description, I do believe. I think I figured it out. Hopefully I will. Um, to all of those. You can follow me on any of it you want. Please drop a comment and let me know what you think about this reading. Give me some encouragement, something, because I was really nervous to do this. It took me several months to work my way up to doing this. So anyway, um, hope you have a beautiful summer solstice, and that's it. I don't have an outro yet, y'all. Drop me a comment. Have an amazing night.